How you doing, Ryan?
Hey, Rob.
You doing okay?
Good, man. How you doing?
The old beast got you here?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you're still running this thing. Oh, and I'm glad you brought a guitar too. That'll help, yeah?
You got plenty of them. Good to see you.
I have a few. All right. You ready for today?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
How was the trip to
Germany?
Germany?
It was good.
It was good?
Yeah, it was good.
It's good. Okay, so Germany was freezing cold, yeah?
Yeah, it was fun though.
Yeah, crazy shit. Poor Slim getting trapped, huh?
Yeah, he did. He got trapped.
With the snow. So guys, what we're doing today is we're going to do a continuation of the series that we started about a year ago, featuring Pachuca Jose, Omar Romero, and Bebo Garcia. Today I have a very good friend of mine, and we're going to have a conversation that I think will amuse everybody. It's definitely going to amuse me. My buddy Ryan.
How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing good.
Good,
I'm doing good. So, just back from Germany, and you know, it was exciting for me because while you were in Germany, I was getting a lot of feedback about your performance.
Good.
So
yeah.
people really dug the performance. So that was great. You know, you've got some stuff coming up as well. What's coming up outside of the U.S.?
We got Spain coming up shortly. We're leaving on February 3rd. I believe we play the weekend of the 5th and 6th. I don't know if we played the 6th or the 5th. Maybe both dates. We're doing Hexers and Realgoners in Spain at the Rockin race.
Oh, at the Rockin race, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the Rockin race is the biggest festival at the moment in the world.
I see that, yeah.
It is.
I appreciate that we got on that. And I like being on the label and working with you. It's good. Long time coming.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
But the Rockin race is great. I mean, we've been doing it since the beginning with Wild Band, so it's a great thing. So Ryan, what I'd like you to do, you know, people are familiar with your name, and the idea of this little segment today is to make people a little bit more familiar. So, who is Rockin' Ryan? I mean, where did you grow up and all that type of background stuff?
My dad was I grew up in a divorced home, so my dad kind of moved around a lot, and I was between my mom and dad. My dad lived on base in different aircraft places because he was doing work with the military programming, and he does fiber optic transfer systems.
Cool. So your dad wasn't in the military?
He worked for the military, subcontractor, okay, yeah. Cool. And then basically we would move in and out of different places. My grandmother lived in North Carolina. I lived with her for a while. Then I moved to Riverside. That's where I kind of started my band in Riverside. I met like Joe Perez, wild musician, and Jerome. And then I started working with Vito. It was probably like maybe 1995 or 4. And Vito had a big club. You used to DJ there at Rodolfo's at the Bebop Ball and Ball. We worked there. And then we kind of became like the house band backing up other bands, and then we were working on our own music. And at the time, there really wasn't many American people playing rockabilly. And I always kind of liked rockabilly since I was a kid. I really liked it, and so I kind of wanted to fight for more of the rockabilly hard edge style than the happy Western swing stuff. So I basically started playing.
So jumping in there though, so the band started about 1997?
It was kind of, there was a lot of variations of the band. I mean, I think the very first variation was like with the Sprague brothers and Pat, what was Pat's last name? He worked with the Sprague brothers too, and Deke, who helped record my first record. So that variation was probably late 95, 94, something around that. Okay. And then the band with Jerome started around 96, 97, when Rodolfo's was really, taking off. You were around all that.
I remember those days. Yeah. And you had, in that band was Joe Perez, the mighty Joe Perez on drums.
And Jerome.
Jerome, of course, who's back in Holland, a magnificent guitar player. And your bass player was Jack, was that
Jack
his name?
Fire, yeah.
Jack Fire.
Yeah, who's your friend.
Yeah, from Belgium.
From Belgium,
great bass player.
So Vito kind of set me up with those guys because I was looking for a rockabilly band that had experience, and in America there wasn't a lot of people playing rockabilly, so I just kind of, when I first had a original band, they were completely confused about what I wanted to do. They're like, we're gonna do this crazy rock and roll stuff, we're not gonna do Western swing, and their attempt at it was very soft. But when I had Europeans in the band, it really helped because they understood the music.
Well, and I guess they understood how to attack.
Yeah, yeah.
Because just to interject there, I remember coming to see you guys very early on at Rodolfo's.
Oh, yeah, you were at our first gig.
I was at the early gigs, and I was surprised that you were doing good rock and roll music, because at the time in LA, it was horrendous, because that whole Western swing shit was going on.
And that's all that was going on.
Yeah, and that was it. So for me, coming all the way from London at the time, because I'd lived in London for such a long time, to see a real rock and roll band was a great thing.
We're real influenced by like John Lewis, so Johnny Bach and the Moonshine Boozers.
Well, and the Playboys.
Yeah, and the Playboys, and then and we loved Wildfire Willie, of course. The
Swedish bands.
Yeah,
Riley McOwen.
We loved all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that was our influence over here, and then we were lucky to have Jerome because he kind of had experience playing that, but he made our stuff a little more acceptable. And then later on came Rip Carson, of course, and kind of, Jerome is a great guy. I don't want to say anything bad about him, but at the time, he was young and wild. We all were, And I kind of, as the time rolled on, we just needed a more functional band, and we hired Rip. And, me and Rip recorded a lot of records. It was nice because he was an engineer, and he was working with Omar, of course, at the time. And we kind of, worked together, and having an engineer in the band that was always interested in recording really made a big difference.
Well, the thing about Rockin' Ryan as a band for me that I think you've been very lucky with is, so you start off with Jerome, who's a magnificent guitar player. You follow that up with Jeff Carson, who is, I think, one of the world's best guitar players.
Yeah.
He is so good. And then you're able to follow up with the fucking fabulous
Rory
fucking Justice.
Yeah, who was trained by all of them. So we just kind of, Rip Carson, got older and didn't want to do as many gigs and wanted to focus on his own career. So we kind of trained Rory to kind of go in his place. And me and Rory were best friends since he was 9. Like, we're always like just having a good time together. He was a really cute little kid. I always kind of felt like he was kind of like my son. So there's like a cool dynamic going on between us. Like, we've known each other since he was like a kid, and he loved rockabilly, and he was just this really cute little goofy kid with these little cute little buck teeth, and he was just so cute, and he loved rockabilly, a little flat top running around everywhere.
I remember meeting Rory when he was about 9, 10 years old.
Yeah, he was really cool.
And I remember Omar playing bass on his first album.
Yeah, he was there,
Omar played bass on the first album. So yeah, I mean, track history of Rockin' Ryan and Realgoners, guitar-wise, is untouchable. I mean, you've had the most amazing guitar players. And I'm saying into the camera, myself and Ryan have been friends for a long time, but he is a fucking pain in the balls sometimes. And Ryan will tell you that maybe I'm a fucking pain in the balls, which is very true. For so many years, we've worked parallel to each other, and I've always admired the stuff. I mean, the records are fantastic stuff. I mean, I feel that the band should be much more renowned than it is. I mean, luckily, with the new record and all the European work that you're doing, and this, Ryan has a European tour we're putting together at the moment. I think we're looking at, June or July, hopefully, for that.
Yeah, we can do all that. I definitely, we should have been working together a lot longer. I think back then there was a lot of competition, and LA was booming for rockabilly,
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever had time to really put the competition aside and just, say, hey, we like the same stuff, why aren't we hanging out?
Yeah.
Because we're doing shows simultaneously. I remember all that. And it was a competitive time. The 90s were a very competitive time.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to get their foothold of the thing. And it's good that you did Wild Records because, a lot of great bands. I mean, High Strung Ramblers is one of my favorite bands, and every band that was on Wild worked with us. So it's been a parallel relationship for years, and then it came together, which is good. It is a good thing,
It is a good thing, and I think
it's the right thing to do.
You needed to spend years doing your own stuff with successfully doing that. But I mean, for me, it's I like rock and roll music. I don't like country music. I don't like Western swing music. I'm not into that boring shit,
Yeah.
So it's good that you guys have stayed pretty true to real rock and roll. So that's the thing. So Ryan, maybe we could interject here, and would you mind maybe singing a song for us?
Yeah, I could do a couple songs. We're hopefully going to do a full length with you coming up.
We'll begin. We'll get the new 45 out just for people watching this. The new 45 is recorded. We thought we had it ready for New Year's Eve in Germany. Unfortunately, we have a very good manufacturer in Holland, and they did drop the ball, unfortunately. So Ryan will have it out. He'll have it at Rockin Race. That'll be the record release party. So that's the new 45. Ryan wrote both tracks on it. From that, we'll work on the new album. So really, April, May, we'll be in the studio working on the new album.
So this guitar came straight from the airport, so we're gonna have to tune it on here.
Okay.
Yeah, Slim
good.
played this guitar with the Desperados.
So he beat the fuck out of it.
Everybody played it. Actually, it doesn't look like the tuner's working, so I'm gonna have to go by ear.
Okay, well, we'll go by here. So, as I said, we have a new 45. The 45 is called Primal. Ryan wrote both sides. What was the B-side called?
It's called Broken Promised Land.
Broken Promised Land, which I think is superb. So Ryan will tune up, and David plays when he can, and then Joe Perez, yeah.
Sounds okay now. So this thing flew. We just got off the plane. That's part of the entertainment here. But I think that I can't wait to have the new record come out on Wild, and it's good that we're working together. And you know, Wild's been around. How long have you guys been around now?
25 years.
25 years. So I started my career probably around 30 years ago. Wild Records was just starting, and I wanted to join the label at the starting, but there was a lot of competitiveness. And what the best thing about our relationship now is we put all that aside. We're you know, older gentlemen. We get along. We've always liked each other.
We're elderly man.
Yeah, and I think all the
Ryan.
competitiveness is all eliminated and everybody gets along. And Wild Records is a family, and it's something that definitely should stay together. It's a good label, and they lasted the test of time, and they're in it for the right reasons, and that's what matters.
Shut up and let's hear a song. Okay, Ryan's going to take it away. You going to have a go at Primal?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna have
I just play it acoustically, so.
Yeah.
A pack of bloodhounds rolling through the fields, the scent of blood, the thrill of the kill. Demise is getting closer, you can feel it in the air. There's no run and hide, the wolves coming near tonight. It's primal, wolves chase you down in the night. Oh Lord, it's primal, I'm the beast running wild through your mind. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, hear me call in the night. It's primal, wolves chase you down tonight. Oh Lord, it's primal, I'm the beast running wild through your mind. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, primal, primal tonight. Hey, Aaref.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's the A side of the new 45, yeah?
Yep, that's the A side, and then the B side was one I wrote a long time ago. That one I could probably play too, but maybe we're planning on doing a full length with Wild.
That's true.
Okay.
So Ryan, what I've always been interested in is how you got into music. I mean, what type of stuff before you formed a band in the 90s? Like when you were going to school, what type of shit were you listening to?
Well, I was really into like goth and like post-punk, so I was really, really obsessed with Nick Cave and the Birthday Party. That was like probably my biggest influence. I know they're not like easy listening music that not everybody gets, you know what I mean? But I liked more of the darker stuff. So I love Nick Cave. I loved Alien Sex Fiend. I loved Christian Death. I grew up with Roz Williams. I was friends with him. Okay. We had songwriting competitions, like we were close, you know, and I played that type of music for a little while when I was young.
Yeah.
But I think I really got into Nick Cave, and I always kind of felt like, well, how come there's not a rockabilly version of this guy, you know?
Yeah.
Because I thought he was pretty good. You know, he's kind of a jerk now, but I mean, as an influence, you know, like I met him a couple times, and you know, I wish he was more easygoing and a nice guy, but I don't really know him personally, so I don't know what his whole issue is. But as far as being a musician, the birthday party, Roland S. Howard and Mick Harvey and them. I'm going to see Mick Harvey soon. I believe they're pretty superior musicians. I mean, the music is not for everybody, but I like it.
No, I was a fan of the birthday parties. I mean, Release the Bats. Is that right? Yeah, Release the Bats and all that early stuff. I actually like Nick Cave's solo more than the birthday party, personally.
Yeah.
You know? And I was looking up, I've met Nick Cave many times because when I lived in London, I was a kindergarten director. And on Fridays, I used to go to Portobello Road Market. And every Friday, Nick Cave would be at Portobello Road Market.
And what was he like back then?
He was very friendly.
He was?
Very,
yeah,
very
I
friendly.
wish I would have met him back then.
And then later on, I mean, because he lived near Notting Hill. So when he was in a relationship with Kylie Minogue, they would always be at Portobello Road.
That's awesome.
And I think I guess it was easier for me to have a conversation with him because I would have like 30 babies with me. So it was a pretty funny thing because I take my whole staff to the market on a Friday. So he was very approachable then, or he would come and say hello.
Is that when you were working at Rough Trade?
No, that was after Rough Trade. That's
awesome.
The birthday party during that period, I was at Rough Trade.
Wow. Were you guys ever interested in them as a band for Rough Trade, or no? They were just too much.
No, I think that wouldn't. I mean, Jeff Travis owned Rough Trade, and no, I think that would have been too extreme for him. I mean, if you think about it, Rough Trade never had any dark wave, goth bands. There's no one that's came through. I was at Rough Trade when we had the Smiths later, and we did the reissue of the Love Will Tear Us Apart.
Nice.
The Joy Division stuff. So that was
that's great.
That was at that time. So what about now? Who do you dig at the moment? I mean, now that you're doing festivals, you're getting to see a lot of the European bands, and I mean, who if you go to a festival and you see there's a band playing, who's the band that makes you go, yeah, I want to check them out? Is there one or?
I've seen a lot of good bands. Of course, I love the Desperados because they kind of took what we do and amp it up, and they're like our, brother band. So, I mean, that band is awesome. There's so many good other bands too we've seen in Europe. I mean, there's a lot. I like pretty much all kinds of rockabilly, but as far as bands that are blowing my mind at the moment, I'm friends with I like King Dude and Chelsea Wolf, and still the dark wave stuff. I think I always kind of wanted to blend that with rockabilly because I always kind of thought rockabilly songwriting was kind of I was like, wow, they could do a lot more.
It's moronic, a lot of it. Pink Cadillac, fucking soda hop shit,
Yeah.
Which you know this, with the label with Wild Records, we're very proud that almost all our bands write their own material because personally, I'm not into that fucking Cadillac shit and all that bullshit. And the good thing about you as well is that you don't have to write music that is bop, jive, stroll shit. Good rock and roll is just rock and roll music, so.
Well, we're looking forward to doing a new record with you, and I think that we'll have a lot more opportunity creatively to do something that would maybe impact people more. I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, and I think I write a lot of songs, so it's there's a lot of room for us to make a really good record with you, and I think it's going to be
I'm looking forward to it as well. I think the stuff that we recently recorded, we had fun recording because I think in the past at times you're maybe a little bit constrained in the studio, and of course with Wild Records, we don't constrain our artists, and we want you to be as original as you can. So it's going to be exciting putting the material. You write great songs. It's going to be really exciting to put that material together, So
I have this song for you on the next one. This one, me and Rory have great picking lines on this one, and you'll like this one. I do special things for somebody. Through the valley of the shadow of death I'll roam. Through the valley of the shadow of death alone. And heartbreak and sadness is all I have known. And heartbreak and sadness is all I ever known. Die beneath the stars, no more nights, Lord. hanging at the bar. See you again in time. Come back again sometime. And all of us make this journey on our own. And all of us through the valley we will go. Through the valley of the shadow of death I roam. Through the valley of the shadow of death I go.
I really dig that. It's really good.
It's going to be on the new record.
It's really good. And you know what I'm excited about? I'm excited to hear what Rory's going to do with that on the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's going to have to be outside of any boundaries. He's going to have to really, he's going to be creative on it.
I don't think we really write for rockabilly music anymore. We just kind of write music. I mean,
just write
we
rock and
like
roll.
playing rockabilly and we like 50s stuff and we like all that stuff. But yeah, we just write music just to write music.
That's good. That's good. Because, of course, we've talked a lot about Rockin' Ryan, and of course, the Hexters are a very, very popular band. Like I said, if I have to choose one, and I'm lucky I don't have to choose one, but if I do, I lean a little bit more towards Rockin' Ryan, as I said. But I think the Hexters are a fabulous band. And hopefully...
The Hexters are, you know, since I like punk and a lot, and I collect punk, and I like, you know, punk has always been really a good type of music for me. I was initially a punk singer before I ever played rockabilly, but with punk music, like we just had, it was just something we did, and that band really started around 2000. And it was later on in our, you know, time of playing, and it was something that we kind of did because there was bands like the White Stripes out, and we were like, this is not garage rock.
Well, it's also not, it's not very original. I mean, anyone that thinks the White Stripes are doing it in original, also my chair's sinking. Anyone that thinks they're doing it in original is fooling themselves, even though they are a very good band.
Jack White's a great player, yeah, and they're definitely a good band. It just at that time period, I think that we kind of like going to 60s clubs. You know, after we'd be done with rockabilly clubs, we weren't like the rockabilly guys that'd be like, oh, we hate mods or whatever. Like, we kind of liked the mod stuff. I mean, the progression with music, when you go along, if it's blues-based and it's creative, it's good, you know? And I think both of those types of music, they're basically the same type of music. It's just,
it's rock and roll music.
Yeah, it's just maybe, you know, the mod stuff is a little more blues influence. And I think a lot of people in the rockabilly scene, they don't get along with mods. It's kind of stupid.
Well,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that's a childish thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, rock and roll music is everything. So we can be selective. So we've got a good year coming ahead in 26. Like we said earlier, you've got the Rockin' Race coming up.
Yeah.
We'll do that European tour later in the year. And we have offers from other festivals, which is great. We're recording a new album. Have the new 45 coming out. And,
yeah, the new 45 is coming out. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to do a full-length record. And then it's nice to be able to play with Rory. I'm pretty lucky at my age because I could have, you know, I had debates whether if I still wanted to play or not, but I think Rory really kind of ignited my fuel to play music again just because I really like the kid. So I think the dynamics between our friendship is kind of what makes the stage show and also like us to keep working because we like each other so much. Like, he's probably my best friend in the whole world, so I'm pretty lucky to be able to play with him and to still be playing music at my age, so I'm very grateful.
Well, it's funny you keep referencing your age because, like, I'm 1,000 years old, and to me, you're like a teenager, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, most music careers only last like 5 years.
Well,
I'm going on my 30th year.
And that's a good thing.
Music.
That's a good thing. So, of course, with the band, you're lucky you have Rory, of course, who's magnificent. And you have Popeye, who's a powerhouse
I love
bass
Popeye
player.
and David. I mean,
And David's great, and of course Joe Perez as well.
We use Joe too. Yeah, we're lucky. We have a good group of musicians, and we're on Wild, and we like the label, and we like you very much.
Well,
thank you,
Ryan. Today's been great. So this is the mighty Rockin' Ryan. Like I said, we've repeated over and over again. New 45 coming out, new album in the works, European tour later in the year. He'll be at the Rockin' Race in February, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks.
February. Thank you.